Tama naman pala yung, kala ko si Julie, iba ang sulat sa news, sa Inquirer. Hindi, yung they're blaming me for the fall of the stocks ng Ayala because of yung ginawang story ni Julie. Tama naman yung story niya. Ang mali, yung mga yung mga newscast, sinasabi nila na sinabi ko daw. That, let me correct that. I never said that we will investigate TechnoHub because it has, it is renting less than 20. What I said was, I read an item on internet, it alleges this. So, we will investigate if these allegations are true or not. Yun naman ang sulat ni Julie. Pero pagdating sa newscast, iba na. Ako na nagsabi. Sa akin na galing.
Okay.
Anyway, the Ayala Techno Hub issued a statement. And it says that contrary, I don't know, but sa statement nila sa news parang it refers to me. But I think it refers really to an article that appeared in the internet saying that less, o mga 22 per square meter. But in their statement, they're saying that UP will receive, mind you, the word is will, future, will receive 171 pesos per square meter ang magiging renta. And at the same time, at the end of the 25 years, UP retains the ownership plus 16 commercial buildings. Even assuming that to be true. Palagay ko may problema pa nga sila. And I told the President about this. And ang reaction ng Presidente, hindi, tingnan natin kung totoo yung allegation ng article na yun. So we will investigate, we will review para malaman natin kung totoo o hindi. In other words, we do not know exactly what. But on the basis of the statement itself ng Ayala, it appears na after 25 years, meron kang 16 commercial buildings. At one glance, parang okay 16 commercial buildings. Pero ang problema doon, yung 16 commercial buildings mo, 25 years old na. So madalit sabi, nag-depreciate na yun matagal nang dapat. And I was talking to some engineers and contractor. They're saying na, you know, these people who hire us, when they tell us 25 years, ang materials namin pang 25 years lang, not beyond 25 years. Kaya talagang i-demolish mo na yung mga buildings mo. Madalit sabi, the depreciation value after 25 years halos zero na. So hindi na naman totoo.
Follow-up, Celerina?
Good afternoon, sir. So, sir, after the review and the government found out that
Finds
there
out.
are onerous provisions in that contract, what will happen next?
Edi siguro, tingnan natin kung ano magiging rekomendasyon ng Department of Finance kasi involved pera. Number 2, Department of Justice kasi it may involve rescission, contract, at saka soldier. Yung tatlong yun. Kung anong nila. But let me allay the fears of foreign investors as well as Filipino businessmen. You don't have to worry about the review. Kasi if there's nothing with your contracts, there is nothing to worry about. The President will certainly respect the sanctity of contracts, except only when from the very provisions, it appears to be contrary to law, contrary to public interest and public policy. Otherwise, wala yan, ganun pa rin yan.
Sir, there was this statement earlier today by Socioeconomic Planning Secretary Ernesto Perña. He mentioned that there were concerns already by some credit rating agencies and some businessmen nga regarding the remarks of the authorities regarding these mga supposedly onerous contracts. And they raised concern about it. And the secretary said that the authorities, quote-unquote, the authorities should consider these concerns of the credit rating agencies and the businessmen.
As I said, everything is being considered. But there is nothing to worry on the part of the businessmen, whether foreign or locals. Because the government will not be reckless to step into any contract that is not contrary to law.
Will the government be not reckless also in issuing some pronouncements that could somehow affect the businessmen's interest in the Philippines?
Any pronouncement that says that the government will examine, evaluate, or review onerous contracts is not something that businessmen should be afraid of. Because it is the duty of the government precisely to protect the interests of the Filipino people.
But how about, sir, the president's pronouncement that,
That-
he would send these people like the Ayalas and the Pangelinans to jail and he will kick or slap them, something to that effect?
Yung kanya naman, on the assumption na totoo lahat na ginawa nga nila yun. Pero kung hindi naman, hindi ba si Presidente naman, kung hindi totoo yung sinasabi, he apologizes. Sinasabi niya lang yun kung totoo itong pinaggagawa nyo, hindi pwede. But, you must remember that Ayala and Mr. NBP have already offered to waive the award, which they got because of the contract. That is being considered as onerous. So ano bang conclusion mo doon? So pati sila naniniwala na they're not entitled to that. Diba?
May follow-up, Arian?
Sir, hi sir.
Yes.
Sir, doon lang sir sa UP. Sir, sabi po kasi ng UP, hindi daw po disadvantageous sa kanila yung kontrata. Will you still recommend investigation sa UP Techno Hub, sir?
Alam mo, I just received, I was asking, who's this? Sabi niya, would rather be anonymous. But they made a scientific study, ha? Matindi yung study nila, papakita ko aking presidente. Isa-isa nilang kinokontra yung mga sinabi ng mga statement ng Ayala.
But sir,
So the best is to study. First, we want to see the contract.
sir, even if both UP and Ayala denied
Even,
that it was
kahit
disadvantageous
pa,
to them.
Kasi, UP may not know. May not know about the onerous provisions. Kasi,
Sir, they said at
you
that
must
time we
remember-
saw it as earning something from a resource that
Exactly.
we owned.
Yun ang tingin nila. Kasi nga, the land was developed. Di ba? And the UP was earning. Ang pinupunto naman ng mga kumukontra, yung nag-research nga, masyadong onerous naman ang ginawa.
Sir, yung kumukontra po ba, di ba unknown? Sabi niya, sir?
Yung, anong pangalan
Anonymous,
nun?
sir?
No. Merong, what is the name of it? Merong article eh.
Sino po, sir?
I forgot the name. Basta merong,
So, sir,
yung nag-text lang
you're
sa
taking
akin.
it hook, line, and sinker. Pinapaniwalaan niyo, sir.
Kaya ka nga, that's why precisely you will study. Kasi hindi ka nga naniniwala on both sides sa ngayon. But on the basis lang ng mga statement ng ng Ayala, kung totoo yung sinasabi nila, hindi ko pa nga alam kung totoo, but yan ang sinasabi nila.
So, sir, hindi kayo naniniwala dun sa sinasabi ng UP and Ayala pareho
Kailangan
na hindi
pag-aralan mo kasi
disadvantageous?
we lawyers, we just listen and then we want to go to the contracts and then we study.
Utos po ba ni Presidente na reviewin yung kontrata?
Rekomendasyon ko.
And how did, kailan nyo sir ni-recommend?
The night before.
Wednesday night, sir. Ano sabi po ni Presidente?
Sabi niya, kailangan talagang pag-aralan niya. Ngayon,
So, kailan nyo po sir sisimulan?
magre-request muna kami ng kontrata sa UP. Kasi nasa kanilang kontrata, wala sa amin.
Okay, sir. And then,
Sa
sir,
Board of Regents yan 2008. 2008
sir?
ba? 2006?
2006, sir. Sino po, sir, mag-i-investigate? Will it be the DOJ?
Pwedeng DOJ, pwedeng ang opisina ko. Depende. I-review mo lang naman
Okay,
you
sir.
just make an opinion about it.
And after, sir, maimbestigahan, what would you want to happen to the contract? Would you like a
Depende
renegotiation?
kasi you will be speculating. Di mo pa nga alam kung totoo o hindi.
Okay, sir. Meron po ba, sir, meron po bang nag-show ng interest doon sa lupa po na yon?
What
So
do you mean,
far?
what do you mean nagsisya ng interest?
Interested parties na kumuha ng lupa from you?
Wala akong naririnig. Ang interesado ang Ayala. Siyempre, they want to maintain the contract.
Okay,
Okay,
follow
sir.
up.
Thank you.
Follow up Ace and then Julie.
Sec, regarding water, nabanggit kahapon ni MWSS Chief, salamat, na in the event that the two concessionaires refuse to accept the deal, pwedeng mag-conduct ng public bidding. Pero ang sinabi ni President Duterte, pag hindi in-accept, ina-nationalize. So ano ba yung magiging options ng government talaga?
Ay, kung ano yung sinabi ni Presidente.
Nationalize.
Siya ang chief
Nationalize.
Siya may executive officer. Siya ang bossing
So you prefer muna yung nationalization option?
Yan ang
bago
sabi
yung
ni Presidente.
Okay. Salamat, Sec.
Julie?
Sir, di ba yung if we go back dun sa pag-review nung 1997 contracts over water, tinignan natin yung involvement ng government lawyers, di ba? In the case of UP, kasi di ba sa UP, autonomous siya, no? So, nag-enter siya into a contract with Ayala. When it entered into a contract with Ayala, may higher government lawyers pa po bang nag-approve doon or nung nag-review noon when at the time it was made?
Actually, hindi ko alam. But since UP is an independent entity, it has its own lawyers.
Okay.
And since it's the Board of Regents that approve it, pwede yung they will be consulting their own lawyers. Merong general counsel ng UP.
Okay. So if ever there's any liability on the part of UP, it will stop with UP. Walang mas mataas sa UP na maaaring nakapag-review ng kontrata bago siya tuloy na pirmahan. Or dumaan pa siya ng DOJ?
Hindi ko
or
alam kung
OSG?
paano. I don't know. Kasi nga,
But you'll look
I have
into
to look
that
at the
also.
contract. Kung sino ang may pirma doon,
Okay.
sino ba ang mga signatories.
As of now, sir, nakapag-request na tayo ng contract from UP, sir? I mean,
Hindi pa,
formally,
hindi pa.
sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, other issue. Chona. Microphone.
Mag-request tayo, ano?
Sir, yung one-on-one interview mo last night with the President, hindi natuloy. And you
Due
said,
to pressing family matters.
may we know, sir?
The family was there and other... Nandun ang pamilya kahapon. Sa bahay, pagbabago.
Visit lang, sir? Or something? Visit lang po, sir? Or something?
Visit. Siguro, basta na doon sila lahat. Nag-visit siguro. Wala kang sinabing basta sabi family, nandun ang family.
First and second.
The mom Hanlet was there.
Second.
Follow.
Pero it was only moved to... Kasi alanganin na Babangga sa newscast kasi. Exactly. Kaya ngayon, parang hindi nila. I remember the previous one, the part 1 was early, di ba? Mga alas 3. Mga ganon. We will recommend.
May follow up doon? Okay, Rosalie, then Celarina.
Incidentally, that sin tax law that has been approved, there is one provision there that was vetoed, Section 5, regarding the the authority of the court to first grant seizure of properties as well as searching. Kasi under the law, the BIR can do that. But the new syntax law introduced an amendment to the National Internal Revenue Code that says that court muna bago kayo. Binito ni Presidente yun. So, balik ulit sa dati. In other words, hindi na tuloy amendment.
Sige, Salarina.
Sir, regarding that veto provision,
Yes.
dahil ba sa magiging tedious pagka sa Supreme Court, kaya mas gusto ni President mas sa BIR na lang ulit?
Hindi, parang you reduce the capability and the power of the BIR to do its job. Precisely ang trabaho niya nga para alagaan mo yung mga revenues at pag meron kang nakitang mga irregularidad, you can do something immediately. Eh pag magpapile ka pa ng kaso, abutin ka ng siyam-siyam. Baka nawala na yung gusto mong kunin. Nakatakas na.
Okay, Rosalie, then Daryl. Other issue.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, regarding po sa 2019 novel coronavirus, meron po bang marching orders ang Pangulo? At ano-ano po ang protocol and directives sa mga airports kung saan pwedeng pumasok yung mga may sintomas ng bagong misteryosong virus
I
po?
talked with Secretary Duque, and he said that we are on top of the situation. It does not reach an alarming level that we had to do some drastic measures like prohibiting people from entering, especially those suspected of having that kind of virus. So far naman mukhang, I understand there is only one minor coming from China that arrived in Cebu that was suspected of having that. Sabi naman ng Secretary Duque, okay naman yun, na gamot naman. Tapos I was asking him, what can we do? Sabi niya, alam mo, ang talagang gamot doon, preventive. Kailangan healthy tayo, yung ating immune system. Malakas. Kasi kahit na ano pang sabihin mo, pag mahina, lahat ng virus, lahat ng sakit natapo sa'yo. Ganun sabi niya sa akin.
Pero sir, mabilis po yung pagkalat ng virus sa Asia at meron na rin pong confirmed case sa US. So are we not going to ban those coming from Wuhan City?
Sa
Or are
ngayon,
we...
sinabi niya, hindi pa. Hindi pa nakikita yung kailangan gawin niya.
How about our airlines, sir? Are we not going to discourage them to stop muna yung pong flight to Wuhan City?
I was listening to the spokesperson of PAL. They were saying they have some protocols on that. Pag merong lang napapansin silang umuubo o doon pa lang sa ticketing, doon sa pag-check-in mo, meron na silang protocols doon. Hinihiwalay na nila, ini-examine na nila. Meron din silang mga ginagawa.
So the directives of the palace is to...
Wala pang directive ang palas na Kung baga,
Stricter measures,
kung ano yung
sir.
sinabi ni Secretary Duque, yun na muna.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, Daryl, Joseph, and then Celerina.
Hi, sir. Sir, nakausap niyo na si Presidente regarding the US invitation po. The invitation to visit US po. Nakausap niyo na po si
And
Presidente.
your question is what?
Kung
Will he accept or not?
Yes, sir.
This was his response. He said, the first invitation, in fact, dalawa na yata, di ba? Dalawang personal invitation. And then, there was this uproar about the 5 senators introducing provisions in the budget in relation to Ms. De Lima. He said, one, He has to ponder over it. Why? Because he doesn't want to go there, and if he's already there, some U.S. senators would be unhappy seeing him there. Because he's supposed to be number one on the list. Number two, sabi niya, I do not even know if U.S. will issue me a visa. And if I'm issued a visa, I do not know if when I arrive in the States, I would be allowed entry. Kaya sabi niya,
So sir, do you think yung
yun
cancellation...
ang sagot niya.
So sir,
Ha?
gusto niya po.
Ano?
So he's open po to visit the US.
Hindi nga, sinasabi niya nga na, kung baka tinapon niya sa inyo, yan ang aking posisyon.
So nagwo-worry
Mamaya,
siya.
hindi niyo ako papasukin eh.
So sir, nagwo-worry po siya for his safety. Yun po ba yun?
Hindi nag-worry for safe kasi hindi niya alam baka kung yan ang posisyon ng mga senador at sinasabi na lang yan ang batas nyo, baka hindi niyo ako papasukin niya, ba't pa ako pupunta ron? Parang gano'n ang
So,
point
yung-
niya. So in other words, the ball has been thrown to them. Then they have to do something about it. Since the president's already made his position on the matter, pag sinabi ng hindi pwede yan. Ibang usapan na yan.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, follow up muna, Francis. Francis. And then,
Yes, sir. Bali kasi ang invitation came from President Donald Trump himself, di ba?
The invitation is to the ASEAN leaders for a U.S.-ASEAN special summit sa lahat ng mga leaders.
Yeah, pero kasama naman po si Presidente.
Yung dalawang previous invitation, personal invitation yun ni President Trump. While this one is an official invitation to all ASEAN leaders.
Sir, what if kung lahat ng ASEAN leaders nagpunta doon, tapos si Presidente lang di pumunta, hindi ba parang pangit naman sa imahe ng Pilipinas kung hindi siya pupunta?
Hindi, that is assuming na hindi siya pupunta. Hindi ba sinabi niya na nga ang posisyon niya? Kung baka tinapon niya sa Amerikano yung nasa isip niya. Una, ayaw ko maging unhappy yung mga senador niyo. Pangalawa, hindi ko nga alam kung papapasukin niya ako o hindi eh. Kasi meron kayong sinasabi niyong batas.
okay. Ace?
Pero hindi ba parang change of stance or tone to? Kasi previously...
Change of what?
Change of stance or tone. Kasi previously, the President will say, no, hindi ako pupuntain ngayon. Nagpapander na po siya.
Kasi nga personal yung imbitasyon sa kanya ni Trump. Personal lang eh. Ito iba eh. It's an official invitation to all ASEAN leaders and there is a special summit. And
Although last time, hindi rin naman siya nag-qualify na ganyan. Dati, talagang
hindi,
hindi
kaya nga
ako
sinasabi. Sinasabi niya na nga yun. Dati, mga personal invitation lang. This one is ibang invitation to. But ang problema nga, because of that, I don't want to see these senators seeing me and being unhappy, me being there. And at the same time, don't even know if they will allow me or not. One, will they give me a visa? Number two, kasi wala siyang visa.
So, okay. So, given the word ponder, is it safe?
Pondering. In other words-
Pondering, yes. So, is it safe to say that he is not closing his doors to visiting the U.S.?
Depende yon kasi, in other words, he's throwing the ball to them. Tingnan ko anong reaction nyo. Pag sinabi na, no, we're giving you a visa, we'll allow you entry, including all your delegations. Pag bumalik sa kanya, then I will ask him, Mr. President, ano na tayo?
So, yun na yun. Okay. Salamat, Sec.
Tina, Celerina, and then Julie.
So sir, if the conditions are met na nabigyan siya ng visa and
Wala naman siyang
Assurance.
impose na condition. He just expressed certain sentiments relative to some issues that may affect his entry.
also sir, based on your explanation, so yung interest of the ASEAN and the role of the Philippines dun prevails upon the President's personal views against the U.S.
No. From what I look at his responses, gusto niya pumunta. Yan ang nasa isip ko. But, paano ako pupunta? Kung yan naman ang sinasabi niyong kondisyon sa Amerika. Hindi natin alam kung kakapasok ako doon. Wala pa nga akong visa. O, di ba?
So
In other
we
words,
want, the president wants an
in other words,
assurance.
he's throwing, exactly nga, pinapabayaan niya namin mag-US government, di mag-decide kayo, ano, you're still inviting me or not?
So an assurance from the U.S. government.
Kasi on a personal level, he doesn't want to go there for the reasons he has already stated. One, he cannot stand the weather, the temperature. Di ba? Basta it's a long trip. Basta long haul, ayaw niya.
Okay. Celerina and then Julie.
Sir, sundutin ko lang yung sinabi ni Tina. So, the President wants a categorical assurance from the U.S.
No, he didn't say that. Basta yun ang usapan namin at kino-quote ko siya exactly yung nasalita niya.
So, ano dapat yung signal na gagawin ng U.S.?
I don't know. Then let the U.S. receive whatever signals it wants to receive from the statements of the President.
So, if the President won't push through with the trip, it means that the U.S. did not give any good signal to the
I
President.
don't know. Mag-nag-i-speculate na lang tayo. Basta yan ang posisyon ng Presidente.
Okay, Julie.
Sir, sundot ulit.
Ano?
Sundot ulit, sir.
Ano?
Sir, so what we are saying is that the president might consider accepting the invitation if the US, in good faith, gives him a visa and allows him entry.
Hindi ko alam. I don't know. We have to respond, or rather, we have to wait for the response of the US. Doon sa mga sinabi ni Presidente, I'm sure makakarating naman yun. Ngayon, sinasabi ko na, di ba? Minomonitor naman tayo ng lahat ng embassy. O, di siyempre sabihin, ganito.
Pero sir, di ba, since it's an official invitation for the ASEAN-US Summit, na ini-invite siya, di ba automatic naman na, bibigyan ka ng visa, i-allow ka entry, di ba, ano yun? Head of state siya eh. Alam ka na
Normally,
marami
yes.
siya.
But these are not normal times with respect to this case of Miss De Lima kasi ipinasok nga siya doon eh. Di ba? Kaya hindi normal ang sitwasyon.
But did you also say na yung the rider on De Lima, regarding De Lima, yung sa US budget, di ba sabi niyo before na it's upon the prerogative of the executive, which President Trump
Exactly.
controls.
Kung prerogative ng executive, hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin ng executive. Wala pa naman silang, first, wala silang listahan. So, hindi mo alam kung they will.
Okay.
Hindi, wala. Malabo pa nga lahat eh. It's all, even De Lima herself is saying, if they're allowed there, kasi hindi pa naman nag-ooperate yung batas.
Can we say, sir, that President Duterte is worried about that rider?
The President is never worried about anything except the sufferance of the Filipino people
Okay, sir.
and the interest.
Last question. Follow-up yan. Last two on US-ASEAN. Arian and then Joseph.
So, sir, kailangan, sir, ma-persuade si President Duterte.
Hindi. Antayin natin kung ano yung response ng Amerikano doon sa mga sinabi niya.
Did you communicate to the US
Hindi na
yung mga
kailangan.
sentiments
As
na
I
yan
said,
formally?
all embassies I discovered coming from them. They're all monitoring pala all these press conferences.
Okay, sir.
So
Meron,
alam na nila kung anong posisyon kasi sinabi ko na ngayon.
okay, sir. Meron
Kasi
po ba
he's supposed to say that during the tete-a-tete and overrun. I'm compelled to share it to you.
Pero sir, given na may mga na-cancel yung visa, for example, ni US Senator Bato,
Pero
and
hindi natin alam kung in relation to what yun eh.
ayun nga, sir, tutuloy pa rin po ba si PRD if ever?
Hindi ko alam.
Hindi
Mag-i-speculate
po yun,
tayo.
kino-consider. Hindi yun factor.
Let's just wait for the response
Okay, sir.
of the U.S.
Okay.
government.
Last on US-ASEAN, Joseph.
Sir, categorical question. Does he or does he not want to go to the US?
I do not know.
Okay.
Other issue.
Why? Pero, sige,
Joseph?
I do not know yung sagot natin, sir.
You
Pero
know,
sabi niyo kanina, parang
you
gusto
ask me
niya.
personally, I do not know.
Because you talked to him.
But yun
is
ang
the
sabi
response,
niya eh. Hindi ko mabasa kung anong ibig sabihin.
But you said earlier na parang feeling niya gusto niya pumunta. It's the 1 p.m. mark. Clarify lang, sir. Parang ano ba
Yung
gusto
mga
ba niya?
nanonood, ang daming komentaryo sa inyo.
Like the president, we do not accept. Charot. Sir, hindi. Does he or does he would not want
Yeah,
to go?
hindi. Basta yun ang kanyang sagot.
Okay.
Okay. Last, US, other, follow-up
Hindi ko
muna, Vance Fernandez. Pabot ang microphone.
Sir, in short, takot po ba ang presidente pumasok sa teritoryo ng US?
Hindi nga natatakot tong mamang to. Well, di ba sabi ko siya, walang kinakatakutan to.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
Takot lang siya pag naghihirap ang taong bayan. Gagawa niya ng paraan yun.
Sir, will it make a difference kung official visit ang pag-imbita sa Pangulo?
Hindi ko alam.
Official visit from President.
Basta sinabi niya na yung posisyon niya. You can draw your conclusions kung ano man ang you have in your minds.
Okay, Celerina, other issue.
Sir, just the Pulse's view regarding the gross domestic product. It was 6.5%, 6.4% last quarter last year, but full year it's 5.9%, and according to NEDA, it's the slowest in 8 years.
Ano raw ibig sabihin nun?
Mababa. So hindi nag-grow yung economy, mababa yung growth ng ekonomiya natin.
Sabi naman nila, ganun daw talaga yun eh. Pag bumaba, wala nang ibang punta kundi umakyat. So why worry?
So the palace is not worried, is not concerned about
I think
that.
we have competent economic managers. They're doing their job very well.
Okay, no more questions? Oh, Ace. Ito.
So you're confident, or how confident are you that the figures or the growth will accelerate, or the figures will improve?
Since the economic managers say that we should not be worried, we believe them.
What gives you that confidence?
Because they are very competent. Remember, di ba yung inflation rate natin na-control nila yon. Ang dami nilang ginawang measures eh. Magagaling nga sila eh.
Sige, Sec.
Okay, last question na tayo kay Prince. Prince. And then Joseph. Last question na, Joseph.
Sir, good afternoon. Sir, according to the recent SWS survey, 72% of the Filipinos are worried about the health of the president. Should the public be worried, sir, about the president's health?
I think it's a given that any citizenry in a particular country should be interested and be worried about any state of health that the head of state has. But in the particular case of the president, he keeps on telling us exactly what he feels. He tells us his sufferings on particular illnesses that he got arising from accidents. In other words, he has not hidden, kept from us anything that involves his health. He tells us, even when he goes to the doctors for examination. But of course, we're glad that people are worried because it only means that they love the president. He may not be strong as a bull like you, much, much younger, but certainly he can still function effectively as president. In fact, if you will compare him with the previous president, they may suffer in comparison with respect to the pace he has taken in fulfilling his job as president. I haven't seen any president traveling the way he travels. He flies from one point to another, visiting the troops, visiting calamity victims, having situation briefings, attending wakes. visiting injured personnel in the military or the PNP, and at the same time doing his work, and still reading books. Ibang klase nga itong presidente. Okay, that's why I always tell you, when the president looks groggy, or it only means one thing, kulang yung tulog niya on a particular day. Kasi every time I see him, when he shakes my hand, and the grip is very strong, oh, ganda ng tulog nito. Kasi alita mo siya pag kulang ang tulog, nakaganon lang yung kamay niya eh. Limp ang pag nag-shake ng hand. Iba-iba yung pag ano ka. Pag inaantok ka, siyempre gusto mong may matulog.
Sir, after the president's medical test in October last year, nagkaroon ba siya ng follow-up test, sir?
Parang wala ko narinig na nagpunta siya sa ospital.
Sir, hindi naman po, sir, reason yung health concerns sa pagiging hesitant ni President Duterte sa pag-visit sa Estados Unidos, sir?
Ay, hindi. Kasi ever since, ayaw niya talagang pumunta rin sa lamig eh. Pareho lang kami nung takot sa ano. Hindi naman takot. Malamig. Paglamig talaga.
Okay,
I turn off the aircon eh.
Thank you, sir.
last question na tayo. Joseph.
Sir, fine-tune lang po yung sa U1 sa Wuhan ba yun? Yung novel coronavirus. Because there are calls to suspend the flights that are coming from Wuhan, China to Calibo. Because syempre doon galing yung virus, and si Congressman Biasan has recommended to the CAP to suspend the flights from that area. Response of the palace. What do you think of this?
Wala pa kaming natatanggap ng ganong
Do
recommendation.
you think we should suspend the
Hindi ko
flights?
alam. Ha? When the recommendation comes, then we will evaluate it.
So hindi tayo nag-aalala, sir, sa
Wala
possible
pa,
spread?
wala kami natatanggap ng recommendation.
So at this point, no reason to panic? As per
According
Secretary
to
Duque?
Secretary Duque. Wala raw.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, MPC. Thank